thoughts on Zeke. He is on waivers. He doesn't excite me, but he could be sneaky. My Uncle Bill favor Zeke over Ramondre. Yeah, Ezekiel Elliott had a pretty sneaky game in week number 3. Okay. Looking at what he did, 16 carries, 80 yards, a 67 rush grade, and on the season a 71.6 rush grade. Like, his yards after contact isn't great, but he's gotten some interesting volume, 28 carries over the course of the 3 games, so almost 10 carries per game. And if if Ramondre continues to go through his struggles because Zeke has a better PFF rush grade, he has better yards after contact per attempt, better yards per attempt. Zeke has almost the same. Ezekiel Elliott has 12 fewer rushing yards on 18 fewer attempts than Ramondre Stevenson. And yes, Zeke has had a fumble on the year, but I don't think that's going to deter Bill Belichick from moving away from it, especially given in week 3 handling 15 plus touches. So this was my fear about Ramondre Stevenson. This was my fear about round 2, 3 of Ramondre, was that once we saw Ezekiel Elliott sign, that he was around 5 plus. And then it looks like Ramondre is going to he's trending toward bust territory at this point. Yes, we saw 19 carries against the Jets, but 59 yards. And then the calling card for Ramondre Stevenson, remember, are these targets. He's had 3 targets in each of the last 2 games. Is it just Ezekiel Elliott? I mean, you're like, oh, it's the Jets and Miami. You need Ramondre Stevenson to be heavily involved in the passing game against these 2 teams. So I think it's frustrating for fantasy managers who are depending upon Ramondre Stevenson to be the guy, and he's not been the guy so far. Ramondre might be one of the bigger busts in the first 3 rounds, that there's not injury in his way, at least that we know of. So this is a major concern for Ramondre Stevenson moving forward. And if fantasy analysts are telling you, oh, it's not a major concern, like, they're delusional. Like, this is a delusion that you need to be avoiding. Is we have warning signs about Ramondre Stevenson through the first 3 weeks. He's getting the majority of touches, but he's not doing a lot with them. Is there a lingering injury? Is there something else going on? We don't know. So we have to be a little bit more concerned with Ramondre Stevenson, given how Ezekiel Elliott he's just played better with his touches. If you like the content, you found this helpful, make sure you guys are hitting that red subscribe button.